Hey everyone, welcome to Two Comic Book Dudes. Tonight we have a very special guest, and we're going to talk about live immersive escape games. So I'm Aaron Clutter from Comic Books, and I'm the editor-in-chief. With me, as always, is Justin Paget.
Hey everybody, I'm the managing editor over at ComicCon.
And today joining us via voice only is Brad Albright, the founder and managing partner of Escape Entertainment.
Hi, everyone.
All right, thanks for joining us today, Brad. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know we've had some scheduling conflicts to finally get to this point.
Well, I appreciate your accommodating those, and I'm really happy to have the chance to chat with you.
Sure. So I understand Escape Entertainment just started up June 15th. You guys opened. You have two games, and these are live immersive escape games. So people go into a room and they interact with live players and try to escape the room, right?
That's right. It's a simple concept. You described it well. The challenge is to figure out how to escape, and one goes about doing so with teammates who are in the room with them.
Okay.
And it's a matter of finding clues and solving puzzles and stimulating senses and trying to figure out the ultimate solution.
Cool. It sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I lived closer to New York City. I definitely would try this out. So we've got a few questions for you. We'll just kind of run through. The first one is really, how did you get involved in interactive gaming? And then, after you talk about that, if you just want to talk about what was your inspiration for Escape Entertainment, and then just kind of give a brief rundown on how you guys come up with each of the different games.
Sure. The live escape games, form of immersive entertainment, initiated in Asia about 7 years ago, in Japan specifically. It was a reversal of trends in that it took a concept that was popular and very well understood in the digital world and translated it to the hands-on physical world.
Cool.
And with the popularity of the adaptation, I became aware of the enthusiasm that existed for this form of entertainment in other parts of the world through my own travels and things I heard from close friends. And it struck me that this was a very fun, interesting way to not only spend free time, but for groups of people to come together and get to know each other better and have some fun while they're at it, while they test themselves and trying to figure out how to accomplish the ultimate mission of escaping within a time limit. And for our games, the time limit is 60 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I know looking at your website, we saw some of the different things. It's like a team building exercise. So maybe businesses could use it as a retreat kind of thing where they get teams together to help them work better together. That's a cool idea. Very, very neat concept.
Yeah, thank you. That's an important theme for us. And when we think about the customer community, it breaks down into the general public who are interested in finding something new and enjoyable as a way to spend their free time, and then also work groups for exactly the reasons that you alluded to. People have a chance to get to know each other better, have some fun working in an environment that's quite different from what's typical in their day-to-day jobs.
Very cool.
Right, right. From what I've seen and read of it, it's something nice. It gives your brain a chance to shift gears and think a different way than what you normally do throughout your normal daily life. So it
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
too, the interesting thing that I've seen is that, people who game online, that you really play by yourself. Even when you're playing with a team, you're still by yourself. And there are things that you can do, and your mind works a certain way when you're doing that by yourself, as opposed to working in a live team environment, sometimes it's more difficult to react the way you want to when you're with a team, just because you have those people there, and there's all the emotional and social pieces that some people just aren't really good at coping with. So that's it's interesting.
Yeah, you're right. That is an added dynamic of this experience. In many respects, that reversal of trends is applicable here. Our company name, Escape Entertainment, not only reflects the game experience itself, but the overall experience that our customers have when they come visit us. It's a chance for them to step away from their computers, turn their mobile phones off, and have some fun doing some hands-on things with a group of people, with a heavy emphasis on teamwork and figuring out how to work most effectively with those other folks who are having the experience with them.
Okay. Now, the way things are set up, do you have would you book as a team, or could you go there just as a single person and then be matched with a team?
You can do either.
Okay.
And that the latter scenario is a great way for people to meet for the first time. And we've had many circumstances where people doing so became fast friends within a 60-minute time period, and then had a drink or dinner afterward, and new friendships were born.
Cool. I can definitely see how that would work. All right, so you guys offer 2 games right now: Monkey Mayhem and Prohibition. I lost my thing. There we go. Prohibition Pandemonium. Sorry, I had them written down. So I like the alliteration of the names. That's pretty cool. And you definitely don't want to get them mixed up, because you don't want a bunch of drunken monkeys running around. But can you just kind of give us a brief overview of both? I know you don't want to talk too much about the games necessarily to give anything away, because that's really the whole experience. But
yeah, I'm happy to. We as a company have ambitious expansion plans, and as part of those, we will have a heavy local emphasis on all of our game themes. So in this flagship and first location in New York City, the grounding is in our location with respect to the themes. The first Prohibition Pandemonium is historical in nature, as the name suggests. The storyline is that you and your teammates have been transported to the Roaring '20s. You are in a speakeasy with the police banging on the front door, trying to find a way in, and your only opportunity to escape arrest is to find the secret back door, and do so through a combination of clues and puzzle solutions, so that you can beat the police's entry.
Very cool.
I'm sold. I'm getting on a plane.
The second theme we have open now, and I'll talk about the third one opening just in the next couple of weeks. But the second theme that we have open now is called Monkey Mayhem, and that is a present day setting where the storyline is that 10 monkeys escape from the zoo. They are causing mayhem throughout Manhattan, and your job with your teammates, and you're all transformed into animal rescue experts, is to capture the monkeys, which are hiding in landmark buildings throughout Manhattan. Figure out how to do so by solving various types of puzzles. Return them to their cages and figure out how to enter the all clear code. If you're successful doing so within a 60-minute time period, then you will have succeeded in accomplishing your mission and can escape.
Very cool.
One of the things that we strive for in our game design activities is a very high degree of variation. Variation not just with respect to time periods and storylines, but puzzle types and activities. associated with the game. So in Prohibition Pandemonium, there's a heavy emphasis on finding clues and then applying those to solve puzzles. I would say that in Monkey Mayhem, the emphasis is more on discrete problem solving or puzzle solution. And each of the puzzles in the games, we really do strive to have a good amount of variety. So, for instance, some musical aptitude helps in Monkey Mayhem, as does logical thought. And within Prohibition Pandemonium, one's ability to think creatively, to interpret information that's provided, to ascertain clues, and then apply logical thought process is really at the heart of success.
Okay, very cool. And you said there's a third game opening in just a couple weeks?
That's right. And in keeping with the idea of variation, that game is futuristic.
Okay.
And it is called Alien Attack, and it will be open and available in the early part of August. So we're just finalizing its installation, and we're excited about what that game is going to present as a great experience for folks.
Okay, very cool. So you've kind of talked about our really sort of part of our next question as far as what's next. Justin, you want to take over and I'll let you talk a little bit.
Oh, sure. I mean, we have another question I don't think we've touched on. Like, this is a game. So do you have an experience with in the gaming world, or are you just a fan of games themselves? Anything like that?
I'm a fan of games, but have not had experience from a commercial standpoint. Developing our games has been a really fun process. I've been involved, but I also hired a world-class team of professionals, professional game designers, set designers, and other very, very creative people, whereby we worked in a highly collaborative fashion, starting with the basic concept. We wanted to have the differences across the themes that I've described. We started with, well, let's do something with the Prohibition era, let's do something that's contemporary, and we'll do something that's futuristic. And then we went about developing the outline for those games, and the pros who were involved really took it from there and brought those ideas to life. So it's been, as an enthusiast for games my whole life, it was really fun to observe and play a part in that process.
Great. Yeah, we've, I had made a note, I think, in one of our questions in the past. There's been other games that are similar, maybe in the same type of game, but not necessarily the same game as what you guys are doing. So, the interactive murder mystery dinners and things like that, where you interact with the players to an extent, but there's always still that limit and that division between you and what's going on in the play or in the puzzle. Whereas in these kinds of games, you're right in there. You are the person solving the puzzle. So that I find that very interesting, and it sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. That's I appreciate that observation, because that's certainly our goal, and at least in terms of the feedback we've gotten thus far, people feel very much the same way. So, like I said, we want to give people a chance to put their hands to work and put their minds to good use and have fun while they're doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, of course, we're a comic book website, so I'll give Justin here the opportunity to ask our favorite question.
Oh, yeah. So, since we're a comic book website, are you a comic book fan? Or if not, what about the movies that have come out recently with all the comic books? What do you think about those?
Oh, I'd say both. I mean, look, suspension of disbelief is an important part of stepping out of our day-to-day realities, and comic books and related movies provide great opportunities to do so. So I think enthusiasts for that suspension of disbelief are the kind of people who really enjoy the experiences that that we offer, and perhaps is the reason why I was so captured by the concept and making the decision to get involved in this business.
Oh, very
Great.
nice.
All right. So the website that we're going to have this down in our comment box as well, or our description box as well, a link to the website for Escape Entertainment. But is it just escapeentertainment.com?
It's escape-entertainment.com.
Okay. All right. So we'll have that in the box for you guys to see that when you check out the description for the video. Brad, we really appreciate you taking the time again to talk with us. Any last words for our viewers?
Not other than hopefully we'll see you in Midtown Manhattan before too long. We'd love to host you, and you'll find on our website our phone number and other contact details. By all means, let us know that you saw this interview. And one of the other really enjoyable aspects of building this business is we get inspiration from many sources. And it's fun to hear people have good ideas about not only the games that we created and are in the process of creating now, but things that we might do down the road. So any chance to have discussions with folks about what we have in mind and possibly what they might think of or suggest is something that we really appreciate.
Okay. Well, maybe you guys can put together a superhero-themed escape game coming up for New York ComicCon near the end of the year.
Yeah, interesting that you mentioned that. That is in our plans, and
cool.
Oh, nice.
We intend to have a good presence at Comic-Con and are very much looking forward to it. So,
good.
For folks who are going to be at the conference, we're not far away. We're just a few blocks, and if you don't see us over at the Javits Center, then please stop by and say hello to us here at 32nd Street.
Awesome. All right, and I'm sorry, one thing you said earlier, and I just now kind of started working in my mind. You said this was your first location. You have plans to expand to other cities?
We do, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. We when we founded this company, we did so based on a couple of principles. The first of which was we saw an opportunity to create an offering or a presence that perhaps was a very high quality standard, and in doing so, really broadening the appeal of this ever increasingly popular form of entertainment. The second principle was we were hoping to offer that sort of service or experience very broadly by expansion. And we have aggressive expansion plans through major cities in the U.S. and North America, as well as overseas. So, on the heels of launching our flagship, we are very active in opening up our next locations. I think likely in the U.S. it'll be on the West Coast,
okay,
in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area. But we have many sites targeted, and if you can't come see us in New York, hopefully we'll be in your locations before long.
Sounds good. Maybe you'll come down to DC and you can kind of do a governmental focused one. Just I was kind of thinking, I live east of Baltimore or west of Baltimore. I was kind of thinking you could come to Baltimore, but I think just getting out of Baltimore is an escape game in and of itself sometimes. So. All right. Well, Brad Albright, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us here at Two Comic Book Dudes, and really love the concept. I'm really hoping I can get up to New York and check this out. Escape Entertainment. Everybody, be sure to check out their website. And then, like Brad said, they'll be at New York Comic-Con, so it's something cool to check out too. And if you guys have comments, questions, anything like that, please leave them. Share, do all that good stuff. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our website, comicbook.com, and our two Facebook pages, Comic Booked Facebook page on Facebook, of course. I just said Facebook too many times. And
it's a curse.
two comic book dudes as well on Facebook. So, all right, I'm Aaron Clutter, Justin Paget, Brad Albright. We really thank you for taking the time to watch us, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.